In a world where success is measured in split-second decisions and transformative shifts, imagine unlocking the secret that separates the mediocre from the legendary, where ordinary companies make a leap into realms of greatness that seem almost impossible. Picture a moment when you realize that what you thought was luck is actually the hidden force of disciplined leadership, a force that can take any organization from good to great. In the next few minutes, you're about to embark on a journey that doesn't just reveal the secrets of thriving enterprises, but challenges you to question everything you believed about success. You're about to dive into a cinematic narrative of radical transformation, where every moment pulses with tension, revelation, and the raw power of possibility. It begins with a story of a humble company that defied every rule of conventional business wisdom. Imagine a leader whose quiet humility and fierce determination not only propelled his organization forward, but redefined what leadership truly means. This is the story of Level 5 leadership, a concept so startling and counterintuitive that it upends the image of the charismatic, bombastic CEO. Instead, here is a leader who combines personal humility with professional will, whose quiet resolve fuels extraordinary success. In that very first moment, you might ask yourself, could the secret to true greatness lie in the unassuming strength of a leader who is more servant than star? That question is not rhetorical. It is a call to look deeper, to rethink your assumptions about power and influence. As the narrative unfolds, you find yourself immersed in a world where the right people come together long before any strategy is even considered. Imagine an orchestra tuning its instruments before the first note is played, each musician perfectly attuned to the potential of the symphony. This isn't about the flash of a brilliant idea. It's about the discipline of assembling a team that is not only capable, but profoundly committed to a shared vision. The principle of first who, then what challenges every conventional notion about strategy. It forces you to consider that success isn't a matter of brilliant tactics or clever hacks. It's about getting the right people on the bus and then steering that bus with unwavering discipline. And as you listen, you start to see the blueprint of transformation laid out before you, one that begins with a simple yet revolutionary truth, that greatness is built on the foundation of character, collaboration, and relentless commitment. Now imagine the tension of a tightrope walker, suspended high above a vast chasm, every step a calculated risk in the face of uncertainty. This is the brutal reality that every company must confront, the necessity to face the harsh, unvarnished facts of their environment. In a world awash with comforting myths and seductive illusions, the courage to confront the brutal facts is a radical act of honesty. This truth is so disarming that it forces every individual, every organization, to shed illusions and stand squarely in the light of reality. You're compelled to ask, how many of us hide behind comforting lies instead of confronting the hard truths that could set us free? And in that moment of introspection, the story shifts. It's no longer just about business strategy, it's about personal evolution and the courage to face the world as it truly is. As the narrative builds, it takes a sharp, unexpected turn, a twist that challenges the very essence of what you believed about success. Picture a concept so elegantly simple, yet profoundly transformative, that it seems almost like a secret code written in the DNA of every thriving enterprise. This is the Hedgehog Concept, unlike the multifaceted strategies of those who chase every opportunity. The Hedgehog Concept asks you to focus on one singular, defining idea, the intersection of what you are deeply passionate about, what drives your economic engine, and what you can be best in the world at. It's a moment of clarity, a revelation, that amidst the cacophony of endless possibilities, the path to greatness is defined by simplicity, focus, and an unyielding commitment to excellence. And as you absorb this insight, you feel an electrifying shift in your perspective, an understanding that the secret to breakthrough success is not about doing more, but about doing what truly matters with ruthless precision. Imagine now that you're standing at a crossroads where every decision pulses with life-changing consequences. The narrative weaves into a deeper exploration of the disciplined culture that underpins sustained success. Here, a culture of discipline is not a bureaucratic chain, but a liberating framework that empowers individuals to innovate within clear boundaries. It's a landscape where freedom and accountability exist in perfect harmony, a place where disciplined thought and action are the norm rather than the exception. Every employee, every leader, operates with a deep-seated commitment to excellence, and it is this unwavering discipline that transforms visions into reality. In this moment, you're challenged to reflect. What could you achieve if every aspect of your life were aligned with such disciplined purpose? And the answer is as exhilarating as it is daunting, a future where every action is a deliberate step toward greatness. As the story surges forward, the narrative begins to pulse with the heartbeat of innovation. But here, technology isn't the flashy disruptor of overnight success stories, it's the accelerator that amplifies the power of a well-oiled, disciplined organization. Picture technology as a faithful partner, not a panacea, in the journey from good to great. It's the tool that, when wielded by a company already primed for success, can propel it to heights that defy conventional wisdom. You're left pondering. In a world obsessed with the latest gadget or breakthrough, what happens when the real catalyst for success is a steadfast commitment to excellence, empowered by technology that enhances rather than defines the journey? The answer is a revelation, a harmonious interplay where technology serves as an extension of an organization's core values, fueling innovation without compromising its disciplined foundation. Throughout this epic journey, the narrative does more than recount business strategies. It transforms the way you perceive challenges and opportunities. Every insight is woven into a rich tapestry of real-world examples, riveting stories of companies that dared to break away from the pack, of leaders who defied the status quo, and of teams that thrived on the relentless pursuit of excellence. You hear the echo of whispered wisdom and the roar of triumphant success stories, all converging into a singular, unforgettable vision of what it means to be truly great. It's a narrative that invites you to step into a world where every decision, every setback, and every victory is part of a grand, orchestrated symphony of progress. And then, in the midst of this unfolding drama, you encounter a moment so compelling it halts time, a moment where the tension peaks, and you feel your heart pound in anticipation of what comes next. Imagine a turning point where the lessons of the past collide with the promise of the future, creating an almost tangible electricity in the air. This is the midway retention hook, a moment where the narrative takes an unexpected twist, challenging your assumptions and pulling you deeper into its relentless momentum. It is here that the story dares to ask, what if the greatest obstacle to success isn't external at all, but the internal forces of complacency and self-doubt? And as you grapple with that question, the narrative shifts gears, propelling you into a realm where every second counts and every revelation unlocks a new dimension of understanding. As the story hurtles towards its crescendo, the energy intensifies, a swirling vortex of insights and emotions that leaves no room for distraction. The pace quickens, the stakes rise, and you find yourself completely immersed in a world where every word carries the weight of transformative potential. You begin to realize that this isn't just a script, it's a call to action, a rallying cry for anyone who has ever dreamed of transcending the ordinary and stepping into a realm of extraordinary achievement. The script beckons you to join a community of forward thinkers, of trailblazers who refuse to settle for the mundane. It invites you to challenge the status quo, to question the limitations that society has imposed, and to forge your own path toward greatness. And as the final act draws near, the narrative transforms once again. It becomes personal. It speaks directly to you, as if the words were crafted solely for your ears, urging you to take that leap of faith. In a climactic surge of emotion, The script lays bare the ultimate truth, that every great journey begins with a single, decisive moment. That moment, here and now, is the one that will redefine your life. It's the moment when you choose to embrace the discipline of excellence, to confront the brutal facts of your reality, and to commit to the unwavering pursuit of your dreams. And as you feel the gravity of that decision, the script invites you to share your thoughts, to engage in a dialogue that transcends the boundaries of conventional conversation. Imagine for a moment that you're not just a passive listener, but an active participant in this grand narrative. The story challenges you to ask yourself, what would it take for you to transition from being merely good to becoming truly great? What is the one idea, the one strategy, or the one mindset that could ignite a revolution in your life? The script plants these seeds of curiosity, urging you to reflect on your own journey, to dissect your challenges, and to envision a future defined by relentless progress. It dares you to tag a friend who has always pushed you to be better, to start a conversation that could lead to profound change. And in doing so, it transforms passive viewership into a vibrant community of dreamers and doers, all bound by the same unyielding desire for greatness. In the closing moments, as the narrative reaches its triumphant finale, every word is imbued with a sense of urgency and empowerment. You feel as though you've been given a blueprint for success, a map that not only charts the course from good to great, but also reveals the hidden pitfalls along the way. It's a masterclass in leadership, discipline, and innovation, presented in a way that feels both intimate and explosive. The script doesn't simply end. It leaves you with a lingering resonance, a powerful call to action that compels you to like, comment, and subscribe. It's as if every insight, every story, every moment of tension and release has been meticulously crafted to ensure that you walk away not only inspired, but transformed. In those final moments, the narrative takes one last, breathtaking twist. It challenges you to imagine a future where the lessons you've learned are not just theoretical musings, but practical tools that can be applied to every facet of your life. What if the secret to success wasn't confined to the boardroom, but was a mindset that could revolutionize your relationships, your creativity, your very existence? The script dares you to reframe your reality, to see the world through a lens of disciplined passion and unwavering commitment. And as the echoes of these words fade into a profound silence, you're left with one undeniable truth: that the journey from good to great is not an external conquest, but an internal metamorphosis. The cinematic experience you've just witnessed is more than a story. It's an invitation to rewrite your destiny. Every concept, every revelation, every pulse-pounding moment of insight is a testament to the idea that greatness is within your reach. It beckons you to step into the arena of high achievers, to challenge the limitations that have held you back, and to embrace a future where every day is a chance to reinvent yourself. The power of Level 5. Leadership. The clarity of the Hedgehog Concept. The relentless discipline of those who dare to confront the brutal facts. They all converge into one unstoppable force, a force that can transform not just companies, but lives. As the screen fades to black, you're not left with a feeling of conclusion, but with a burning desire to explore, to question, and to act. The narrative has sparked a fire inside you, a fire that demands engagement, discussion, and a commitment to sharing this transformative journey with others. It invites you to leave a comment, to share your own insights and experiences, and to join a community that thrives on the relentless pursuit of excellence. In that final moment, you realize that you are not just a viewer, but a vital part of a movement that dares to redefine success on its own terms. So take a moment now, pause, reflect, and let this story resonate within you. Think of that leader whose quiet determination changed the course of history, of the team that chose unity over individual brilliance, and of the simple yet profound idea that greatness is not an accident but a deliberate choice. Allow yourself to be inspired, to be challenged, and to step into a future where you are the architect of your own success. And if you've ever felt that burning desire to break free from mediocrity, if you've ever wondered what it truly takes to make the leap from good to great, then know that your journey starts right here, right now. As you hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below, remember this: every comment, every share, every moment of engagement is a step toward building a community of relentless innovators, daring dreamers, and unstoppable leaders. Tag a friend who needs to hear this message, because greatness is contagious, and together we can spark a revolution that transcends industries and transforms lives. This isn't just another video, it's a movement, a catalyst for change that invites you to join the ranks of those who refuse to settle for anything less than extraordinary. And now, as the final echoes of this cinematic experience reverberate in your mind, let yourself be transformed by the power of disciplined leadership and unwavering vision. Let the principles of good to great seep into every fiber of your being, guiding you to challenge the status quo, to question every assumption, and to embark on a journey where every decision is a deliberate act of greatness. The secret isn't hidden in a book or locked away in a boardroom. It's inside you, waiting for the moment when you decide to embrace it. So, as you prepare to step back into your world, carry with you the insights that have the power to change not just companies, but lives. The journey from good to great is not measured by accolades or revenue, but by the courage to confront the brutal facts, the discipline to assemble the right team, and the relentless passion to pursue a singular vision. This is your moment to redefine what success means, to rewrite the rules of engagement, and to take that first bold step into a future defined by extraordinary achievements. Now, join the conversation, share your thoughts, your dreams, your challenges in the comments below. Let's ignite a discussion that spans beyond the screen and into every corner of our lives. This is more than a script. It's an open invitation to challenge conventional wisdom, to break free from mediocrity, and to craft a legacy of greatness that will resonate for generations to come. Your story, your vision, your journey matters, and together we can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. The clock is ticking, and the window of opportunity is open. The secret to greatness isn't a myth. It's a method, a mindset, and a movement that begins with you. Embrace the quiet strength of Level 5 leadership, harness the power of having the right people by your side, confront the brutal facts of your reality, and let the simplicity of the Hedgehog Concept guide you to clarity. This is the time to act, to push beyond the limits of what you thought was possible, and to embrace a future where every moment is infused with the potential for greatness. Remember, the journey from good to great is not for the faint of heart. It's for those who dare to dream, who are willing to confront uncomfortable truths, and who understand that every decision, every act of discipline is a building block of a legacy that lasts. So take this moment, let it sink in, and then move forward with the fierce determination of someone who knows that true greatness isn't given. It's earned through every challenging decision, every moment of honest reflection, and every courageous step toward a vision that defies convention. Yet this is your call to action. Engage with this story. Share it with someone who's ready to break free from mediocrity. Let your comment be the spark that ignites 1,000 conversations, each one a step toward a community of leaders who dare to transform their world. Because when you commit to the journey from good to great, you're not just changing your own destiny, you're inspiring a revolution that can change the world. Now, as the final words of this narrative resonate deep within you, take a deep breath and imagine the limitless potential that lies ahead. Picture a future where every challenge is met with unwavering resolve, where every setback is transformed into a stepping stone for success, and where every moment of doubt gives way to the unstoppable momentum of a life redefined by greatness. That future is not a distant dream. It's a reality waiting to be claimed by those bold enough to seize it. The journey is just beginning, Step forward with the certainty that you have the power to transform your reality. Let these principles guide you not only in business, but in every arena of life. This is more than a story. It's the spark that lights the fire of innovation, the courage to face every obstacle, and the unyielding belief that greatness is not a destination, but a journey that begins with a single, decisive moment. As you turn off this video, let the resonance of these insights carry you into a future where every day is a testament to the power of disciplined leadership, relentless pursuit, and the unwavering commitment to excellence. And when you're ready, come back, share your journey, and join a community of dreamers who are transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary, one bold decision at a time. This is your moment. This is your journey from good to great. Now, go out and make history.